All right, yes, we're live on YouTube. What's going on YouTube? And we're live on Facebook as well too. What's going on? Sinog, P Sinog, Hollywood 51, Christian Pays. What's going on? YouTube line, Facebook line. I can't really see you right now, but we're gonna have some fun over the next hour or so. We're gonna have some. This is a new series that I started. Believe it or not, this the second in the series. The last one I talk about Monique and $500,000 problem that she has. Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out this series is called the Cab Live. Essentially I'll talk about current affairs and I'll pull out the business and marketing lessons in them. So current affairs and business, Cab Live. This is the second one in the series, so this is Cab Live 2. So you can go ahead and watch the last one. If you're in any kind of entrepreneurship, you're building a business and of any type, I'm going to be pulling out lessons that you can learn about business, about building your business. Even if you're a 9 to 5 person, you can learn from some of these lessons out of here. There's no right and wrong. Okay, so feel free to chop it all with me. Feel free to contribute. Feel free to disagree with me. Even sometimes maybe something I say throws you off, whatever. So it's absolutely fine, but the idea here is to hang out. Okay, for now it's going to be I'm going to try to do it 1 p.m., but it could be any time of the day. What I'll do is I'll notify you whenever I'm about to come on a few minutes later, but essentially I will find the right time that works for me. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into today's content. So there are about three trending topics today. The first one, it's about this guy Logan Paul. Logan Paul has about 16 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's been doing extremely well until the last 2 weeks when he published a video about suicide. Some people that go into a certain type of forest, a certain forest in Japan where people usually go commit suicide, and found a body, published that, and became a very nasty situation. So today, I think within the last 24 to 30 hours, he released a new video apologizing, but then starting an initiative to prevent suicide. And, this is something that an average person don't necessarily pay attention to. But in addition to watching that video, today is the number one trendy video on YouTube right now. In addition to watching that video today, I'm a little bit more enlightened about how big of a problem that is in our society today. And uh and then of course, as usual, I have a business marketing lesson, but even life lessons in general that I'm pulling out of that particular lesson. But the first thing first, you need to understand that anyone around you is not written on people's forehead. Okay, anyone around you could be experiencing depression of any type, mental disorder of any type. They could be on the brink of doing something crazy. The key thing to learn there is to always make sure you're reaching out to your loved ones, people you're in relationship with, and always reach out to people. You just never know. It could just be that one reach out. So they did an example of a gentleman who actually tried to commit suicide. He jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge, and he survived it, but he literally said he regretted the action within a second after jumping off the bridge. The only thing he wanted in that moment was just to live life again. But before he did the act, the only thing he wanted was just somebody to reach out and say, "Hey, I'm here for you." That's all he needed. Okay, and so that's one side of it, and that's probably the most important side of this whole story about the suicide and anything like that, which is reach out. Because if you're doing well in your life, it's very easy to forget sometimes the people in your life, and sometimes just reach out. Pick one person out of your phone book one day, send a quick text. It doesn't have to be a phone call. People these days don't even appreciate phone call as much as just a quick text. Hey, just checking on you. How are you? Haven't heard from you in a while. Just do that. Okay, so that's one side to it. The other side to it, for you and I as entrepreneurs and as leaders in this world, um, you need to understand that everyone else have things going on. This is not an excuse to not reach out. This is just something for you to empower yourself. Okay, you need to understand that people in your life are very busy. They have things going on. They have troubles. right? And sorry for the plain wall. I know there's this one picture. I'm gonna have some other things here later on so we can have fun whenever I'm home like this and I do this. Okay, so just bear with me for now. But yeah, like I said, so this is not an excuse not to reach out, but it's more of an additional tool for you as a leader in this marketplace, in this world. You need to understand that people are busy with life. Okay, so they may not necessarily remember as a form of complete weakness, remember to reach out to you, to check out on you. You should be the person initiating initiatives. Okay, you should be the person initiating reach out to people, regard even if they've offended you in the past, even if they've done something or they've acted in such a way that makes you don't want to deal with them, you don't want to, that makes you repel them. Get to a space in your life where you know that God has put you in this position to reach out to other people and become a source of blessing to other people. So you be the person to reach out as opposed to waiting for other people to reach out to you. If you do that, you will probably find a lot more purpose in life. Okay, because typically when people get to the point where they're committing suicide, I'm not diagnosing them. I'm not an expert at this, but something tells me that it's not having a purpose. Okay, you feel like you're out of touch of purpose. I mean, why would somebody want to take their own life? Because they don't see any reason to stay or to have life. They don't appreciate life anymore. They don't have a mission and a purpose to allow them to appreciate life. That's what gets people there, and it could be anyone. Okay, so maybe you as a person, maybe you are now being called into a situation. Hello, Schmidt Ma. Hello. Hello, everyone. William OT, Solis. Hello, everyone on Instagram. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay. So maybe God is calling you, okay, or wherever you call the high, your iron beam is calling you that's your purpose. Maybe He's calling you to a purpose that it's time for you to start being the person to reach out. It's about being a leader in this marketplace. It's about becoming a person, a source of blessing for other people. Okay. So that's what I have to say about suicide. Now, in business, right? That's in life in general. In business in general, people, your business, there's a lot of actions you're probably taking in your business. That's essentially you committing suicide. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now the key to the survival of your business in this time and age as we move on into the future. The key to survival is going to be building a community and becoming a community leader. Okay. Now, when I say community, it doesn't have to be something physical. You don't necessarily, if you want to do that, sure, but you don't have to be the person to start a meetup or anything like that. It could just simply be your online community. It could be your email list subscriber community. Speaking of email subscriber, feel free to go download my free book. You see the link in my description on Instagram or right under this video. If you're watching me on YouTube or video, you can download my book for free. Okay, but essentially you want to build a subscriber base, a community of people that look up to you. Okay, and like I was saying earlier, you want to be the source of blessing to those people. That doesn't mean you're giving them money. It could just be one idea. It could be a good quick reminder. Okay, it could be some type of giving. Okay, because honestly, the source of all types of blessings and making money or becoming a big time achiever in the world, the source of that is giving. That's it. Okay. When you believe in give and take, you cutting yourself short. Okay, you cutting yourself. If that's how you approach life and business, you cut yourself short a lot by just believing in give and take. Of course, it's give and take. That's a given. The more you give, the more you receive. But it's more about receiving and not necessarily taking. Okay, if you approach life with an ounce of an attitude about taking from other people as opposed to you giving, you will struggle in life and in business. Okay, you will struggle. So I want you to look at it that way. How can you come to a space where you have value to give to the world, and that will create a sense of purpose for you in your life? Okay, if you get to a point where you feel like you have a sense of purpose, a sense of purpose does not fall out of the sky. It happens when you determine and you say, hey, I want to give more into this world. It's a selfless act. Okay. By the way, there's no true selfless act in another sense entirely, but I'm telling you right now, is the closest to selfless act that you're going to have. So at the end of the day, what I'm teaching you or what I'm sharing with you right now, it's a selfish act. Okay. Because at the very back, just on the very back end of your mind, you're saying, hey, I'm going to get something out of this, right? and put this mic properly, right? I'm gonna get something out of this eventually, right? Yeah, you're hoping that you get something out of, but I'm just telling you that you don't want to lead with that. As a matter of fact, if you want to scientifically orchestrate getting more out of life, achieving more out of life, the way you do that is you focus completely on giving. It's the same thing in business as it is in relationship. You focus completely, strictly 100% on giving. It's a very tough thing to do because naturally, as human beings, we're very selfish. It's just all about me, me, me. Any act I take at the end of the day is so I can feel better. Okay, but if it's always going to be about me feeling better, and I know that I can, and I know for a fact I can feel a lot better about my own life when I give. I mean, I might as well just start giving. Okay, so at the end of the day, no matter how you cut it and shape it and you bring it, it comes down to giving and giving and giving abundantly above and beyond. Just continue to give indefinitely. If you do that, you stand a better chance of achieving a lot more in life. That's just the way it works. Does that make sense? All right. You stand a lot more chances of achieving everything you want to achieve because people will help you achieve. Because at the end of the day, one tree does not make a forest. Okay. Does that make sense? One tree does not make a forest, and you're not going to. Sorry about this. I know I'm probably messing with the mic. All right. One tree does not make a forest, and at the end of the day, you're not going to make a forest. You're not going to create everything you want in your life. You're going to need other people to help you. And the truth of the matter is that the more you help other people do get what they want, right, the more you're going to get what you want. Okay. Even the scriptures say, seek ye first and the kingdom of God, everything else will be added to it. Okay. How do you do that? Well, by serving other people, by loving your neighbor, by helping your neighbors out, right? If you do more of that, you're essentially sowing. Okay. I'm not speaking spiritual. This stuff is very practical. Okay. You're essentially sowing into other people's life. Okay. It goes back to everything I said in the beginning, reaching out to other people and making sure they're okay. And it doesn't mean the whole world, just that one person, just the next one person you send a text message to. That's all that matters. And like I said, you can build a whole business around this. As a matter of fact, there's no such thing in today's age where you build a business without building a community that you're always reaching out to help get them on. So maybe you're feeling like, hey, I don't feel like I'm a leader. Well, there's a formula that I use for that, and that's ILGT. You invest in yourself and you learn, you continue to learn new things every day. Like being here right now, it's essentially you learning, right? And you do, and then you teach, okay? You're doing those things and then you're teaching. And that's what it comes down to, okay? So that's what you want to build your business, your lifestyle. That's what you want to build it around. And if you do that, you have a lot more purpose in life. And then also you can help a lot more people. And the people you help out there will become some of the best resources to help you get what you want out of life. Okay, they'll become your best resource. So the second, let me get into the second trending video today. Second trending video today was about neutrality, the net neutrality, the internet neutrality thing, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal because but I haven't really paid attention to it, just like you and I. Most of us, we don't pay attention to some of the most important things in life. As a matter of fact, 99% of everything around you, like Gary Vaynerchuk will say, is probably not important, but some of the most important things we're not paying attention to. Okay. And one of them right now, if you live in America, is your bills and how much you pay for the use of internet. Okay. So there's a bill that was passed in 2015 sometimes, and essentially they're repealing that bill right now. The bill allows you to keep your internet cost the same for everybody, and it's beneficial in the short term. In the long term, maybe not so. Maybe in the midterm, I don't know. But bottom line is that you're watching me right now on Instagram. If you're in the United States, you're not paying any extra for this video, images, text. They all cost the same. Everything is treated equally. Okay. But with the repealing of this new bill, there's speculation that that's gonna spike up the cost of using the internet. Okay, that's gonna spike up the level at which companies, telecommunication companies, and all these companies, Comcast, any company that we use to communicate, can leverage that, or they can capitalize on that and use that to charge you more money. Okay, so as a matter of fact, Burger King did a video about that today. You could go watch it on YouTube. It's the second video that's trending today, and they use an analogy of you being charged for how speedy do you want your burger to come to you, like you want your food to come to you at the same speed that somebody else that pays the same amount of money, or if they pay more money, it comes to them faster. Okay, that's essentially a good analogy for how this is gonna work. What's up, Charlene? What's up, Geometric 007? What's up, Abru Landro? And Oluwakem Solar 8022. What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining me. Okay, so it's gonna affect how much you pay. Okay, so now here on a personal level, my take on it. Again, there's nothing I share with you here that's right and wrong. It's just my take on everything. Okay, and just my personal opinion. Uh, on a personal level, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter, especially in the short term. Okay, so in business, there's about two things out of every 10 that you really need to focus on to create the most profitable results for you. Okay, two out of every 10. The rest of the eight is going to occupy space for no reason and just going to waste your time. Okay, and one of them is net neutrality, especially in a short-term situation. Now, some people can argue and say, yes, it affects you. Some people can argue and say, yes, it's going to affect everything you do. Yes, you're going to waste it. You're going to spend all this money on billing. But here's the thing: that's also like playing defense on life and business. Okay, and I always share this. Essentially, in life, you don't want to spend all your time playing defense. Okay, just like in any game, defense and offense are both very, very important in the game of life and business. Okay. But if your focus, like most people, is always on defense, which is what you do when you try to save on every dime in your bills, right? When you play focus on playing defense, that's a lot more energy that you could be spent on playing offense. And the winners in life, any game of life, in any game, basketball, the winners are always they always play offense a lot more, if not a lot more than defense. Defense is cool. Of course, you want to protect your house, you want to protect your money from going out anyhow. I get that. Okay. But the problem is that the high side to that, the upside of that is limited. It's limited to the ground zero. Okay. You can only save your bills as much as up to your ground zero where you don't pay any bills anymore. Maybe you're living with your mom, you live with your dad at home, whatever, right? You can do that, sure, but the upside to playing offense is so much high that you should never be spending all your energy on defense only. Yes, defense, protect every now and then. Make sure you're not wasting money on things that you know you're not going to be using, right? Make sure of that. Absolutely, I agree. You should make sure of that, right? But if that's where you spend all your energy, just protecting everything you have because you don't want them to take it away from you, you always feel like somebody's out to get you. That's how I look at this net neutrality thing. Okay, they're going to charge you more, so you start pretending. Yeah. At the end of the day, the market is always right, and the market will protect you, especially if you're a producer in the marketplace. What's up, Oyebamid? What's up, Muscle Man? What's up, guys? All right. So if you are if you're always playing defense, you're feeling like somebody is always out to get you. So you're playing defense all the time. But the truth is that the only upside to that is that, okay, they don't get you and now you're protected. But you're missing out on a lot of upside when you don't play offense with life and business. So what does it mean to play to play offense with business? You got to increase your income. Okay. You got to do everything in your power to make sure that income continues to increase. Okay. That's from a business standpoint. Okay. That your revenue in your business continue to increase. You got to do everything in your power to continue to do that. From a personal relationship standpoint, you got to do everything in your power to make sure that you're giving as much as possible, because that's really the only upside, that you're giving as much as possible into your community and your purpose and your mission in life. You have to do everything in your power to do that. Okay. Again, you can protect your downside, right? You can protect you don't want anything to get you or to steal away from you. I get it. Okay. But the upside to that is very limited. And that's how I look at the net neutrality thing. Is it going to affect our pocket? Yes. Just like more taxes will affect your pocket, just like all these things will affect your pocket. But There's only so much you can prevent that. Okay, the market is always going to be right when it comes to that, and I'm very confident about that, that the market is always going to be right about that. So what's going to happen essentially, if the market likes it, they'll keep it there. If the market doesn't like it, they will kick against it. Eventually things will reset to where it needs to be. Your job as a producer in this marketplace, your job is to build a smart business empire. Okay, is to build a smart lifestyle. Okay, in other words, the downside does not affect you so much, but you're very much exposed to all the upside there is in your lifestyle, in your business, and that's something you should always be measuring. What's the downside? What's the upside? What's the downside to this action? What's the upside to that action? Okay, so that's the way I look at net neutrality. I looked at it. I looked at the video with Burger King. It was pretty fascinating, and it pretty much explains. But the truth is that eventually, in that Burger King explanation, you'll see it as the second trending video today on YouTube, right? What's going to eventually happen is that the public is going to say, like, this doesn't make any sense because I paid $4 for a burger. You're going to make me wait 4 hours and then give somebody that paid $27 a burger, you're going to give them that money immediately. You're going to charge me according to, instead of treating everyone equally. Well, here's the thing, the market, or what you call the public, right, will eventually set the market where it's supposed to be. So the market is always right. It was my same argument about Monique just kicking against herself, because it's meme of negativity all over the place with her right now. Just kicking against yourself when you kick against the market, because the market, that means the people you serve are always going to be right. Okay, so that's what I have for you. The third video that was trending today was a video about the let me see here, the video about the new movie. I haven't seen a movie in a long time. That movie is called Pacific Rim Uprising. But it's a pretty fascinating trailer that I saw. You should go check it out. But I may end up going to movies in a long time once it comes out in March. But the business side of what I really appreciate about that video was that the movie is not going to come out until March, and they released this uh, pretty intriguing trailer video about the movie. The movie is called Pacific Pacific. Let's see, Pacific Rim Uprising, and I really want to see that movie now since I've seen the trailer. But the movie is not going to come out until March. So I have a question for you that I want you to answer me in the comment area on YouTube. Okay, so if you watch me on YouTube, you can answer me, or if you see a comment area, um, what is your attention span like right now? If you see a trailer of a movie in for March, that's going to be released in March, coming out in January, is your attention span is short enough for you to forget by the time it comes out, or do you think you will remember, right? Or does it depend on how intriguing or fascinating the movie trailer is to you? Like, for example, this movie trailer is very fascinating to me, but not enough for me to continue to remember until March. I will have to see it again or see the advertising all over the place for me to remember. Okay. So I'm asking you, what is your attention based on, you think about it for a second, what is your attention span like? Are you going to remember if you never see this ad again? Are you going to remember to go watch the movie if you like it? Right? Or do you need to see it over and over again? Does it in fact affect your desire to see that movie, to see that ad over? Does it affect your desire to watch? If you see the ad over and over again, does it affect your desire to watch the movie? So I want you to think about it like this. There's some music on radio, right, that you watch. What's going on? Javad, Jamali, Push Notions, My Coffee Spot. What's going on, guys? All right. So does it, think about it like this. This music that's being played on radio that you don't necessarily like in the beginning, but then if they push it down your throat a lot more, some people say they call it radio programming. They program you, right? Eventually, do they get to program you to like some songs that you really didn't like in the beginning, right? So that's my question for you for the day. I want to hear your thoughts about that. Share that with me. Does it affect you, how you consume consumers products, by them showing ads to you over and over again, or is it in fact annoying when you see the ad over and over again? So share your thoughts with me with regards to that. So but as for me, I like the movie. I don't think it's going to be annoying to me. Maybe because I'm a marketing student and addict over here. Seeing an ad over and over again does not affect me. If anything, there's an upside to it. The upside to it is a lot higher than the downside. Okay, that means I'm going to see it over and over again and say, Yeah, I want to see this movie, right? And until March, is it too early? If you never see this ad again, is it too early for you to see that ad right now? Is it too early to be promoting it? Should they wait 1 week before, 2 weeks before, right? Now, this brings out the very, very important lesson when it comes to marketing your business. Okay, you need to understand that consistency is everything in business building. Okay, everything, literally everything. Okay, you get started by committing. Okay, I heard a quote from Denzel Washington about that earlier today. You commit to get started, but commitment is not going to take you all the way through, I guess, because how many people do you know that commit to stuff, right? But then they're not consistent, it falls off, and then boom, they're back to square one. What's up, Young Money? What's up, Noi? Right? They're back to square one after a little while. It's over. How many people do you know like that, right? That commits to something, right? And commitment, according to one of my mentors, Judge Zaloki, is when you say you're going to do something, but you still do it long after the mood that you set that commitment has left you. So you want to do something, and you say, yes, I'm committed, I'm going to do it. But tomorrow, the environment, the circumstances, things change, the atmosphere is going to change, and you're going to feel different. Why? Because you're human. Okay, you're a human being. What's up, Naomi? What's up, Timmy? What's going on, guys? All right, you're going to feel a little bit different about the whole thing, and that's normal, right? So what is it going to take for you to get to the finish line, to finish what you get started? It's going to take consistency. Okay, so when you start marketing your business, you may send out some marketing message. What's up, Somali? What's up, Caleb Buka? Right, today we're talking about the trending videos. We're talking about Pacific Rim Uprising. We're talking about, which is the video we're talking about. We talked about suicide earlier. If you want to watch the beginning of this, you can go after this, you can go search my name on YouTube. Ola Talks Abitogun. You search my YouTube, you see the recording. You can watch this from the beginning. And then the second one, we talked about net neutrality, and that really shouldn't be a factor for you because the market is always going to be right anyway. You shouldn't have to worry about that, right? What's up, Cola from Vienna? Right. So that's what we talked about, and that's what. And right now we're talking about what are we talking about again right now? We're talking about consistency, right? So consistency is what takes you to the finish line. Okay. So commitment to the finish line is not exact, it's how you get started, but commitment to the journey, right? What do you have to do every day to get that commitment to that is not as simple either. The way I like to do, I like to position myself for consistency. So if you remember in the beginning of this video, I would like to do this every day at 1 o'clock, but I know things happen every day, right? That may not allow me to be able to show up here every day. Okay. Things happen and have so many other things going on, right? But I'm committed to come here as soon as an open chance to come spend 30 minutes to an hour. I'm committed to do it, and not only because not only because I mean simply because I need to be connecting with the community a lot more anyway, on a live to live broadcast basis. Okay, what's going on, Dick Bonds? What's going on, Glenn Genius? Okay, so again, if you want to watch the recording, you just go after we're done here, just go watch the recording on YouTube by simply searching my name. Okay, all right. So consistency is key when you launch your business, when you launch a campaign for your business. I don't care what strategy you're using, just make sure you're positioned for consistency. Because if you're just overly excited, and which is I have this fault personally, when I launch a new thing, right? So for example, in the past few days, I'm working on a new free course on Smart Business Empire. I'll give you access to it if you go download my free book on my just go to myEmpirePRO.com when we're done. You'll get free access to that course. It's called the Smart Business Empire. I've been working on it in the past 24 hours right now. It's 7 lessons, right? And I'm about to start the third lesson right now. But I was so excited because when I get excited about something, I want to get it out there. When I get a new idea, I want to get it out there, right? But that's just not good enough. Okay. Sometimes being overly excited and releasing just everything is not necessarily a smart move. It's not a strategic move. It's just spitting things out, right? So it's also the downside to being a very creative person. If you're a very creative person, when you set up ads, campaigns, you have a very short lifespan about your new ideas. You're excited about it, but it's short. It's short lifespan. Tomorrow you're gonna feel differently, and So I started to write things down because I feel good about it today. Tomorrow I don't feel good, but at least it's written down, right? So I had to really, really check myself, and I had to have a lot of quiet time, take some quiet time to really be self-aware and say, you know what, I need to finish things that I get started, because if I don't finish things that I get started, what's the point? Okay, I'm never gonna get to the finish line. What's up, Glenn Genius? What's up, Cher Davies? What's up, Cher Davies from Jamaica? What's up, guys? All right, you're never gonna finish what we what I started if I lack consistency. And sometimes, for every good trait that you have, there's a downside to it. For me, I'm a very creative person. I can talk about business from morning to noon to the next 100 years. Yeah, but that's not always going to be a good thing. It's a good thing if you learn how to use it. It's a double-edged sword, though. It can kill you and it can build you, especially if you know how to channel that energy properly. So the same thing in marketing. When you are marketing your business, you get excited about it, but you got to position your marketing campaigns into a place where it can be consistent, because you know what, your prospects will sometimes need to see your ad campaigns over and over. They need to see your face. They need to you to show up every day before they take action. And that's going to be the fate of your business for life. Some people need to see you over and over for a few times before they do business with you. Some people are comfortable doing business with you when they meet you for the first time. Sure. What's up, Nikki Pernell? What's up, Divine Model Queen? What's up, Petway, Glendra? What's going on, guys? Okay. Some people need to, not simple, most people need to see you over and over. They need your brand to be in their face from time to time before they get comfortable, before they do business with you. So we call it in the new business, in the new, the second lesson of Smart Business Empire, I talk about the KLT skill, which is know, like, and trust. Okay. A lot of you probably know what these things are. KLT, know, like, and trust, but you never really put it into a measurable place where people can measure it, right? Where you can measure it to build your business. The truth of the matter is that the people that do business with you, they at the very minimum feel like they know, like, and trust you, even if they don't really know, like, and trust you, but they feel like it. And the only thing that matters in life, in relationships and business, is feelings. That's what everything is driven by. That's the currency of everything, literally. How you make people feel about you, how you make your customers feel about your product, how you make your customers feel about your brand, how you make the people in your life feel about the relationship. Never mind what the reality is. The feeling is really the currency of everything. Okay. And if you can put that at the core of everything you do, especially when it comes to business, you know that people get to know you the first time they're exposed to you, right? And then they like you, right? And then they trust you enough to exchange information with you, right? How are you going to get that to happen, right? That's marketing. Now, with that being said, after that, they still need to see you over and over again. Why? Because it's a proof that you will show up every day. That's where trust comes from, right? If you show up every day, like, trust is something you earn, right? You earn it. You can reverse engineer it, but it's still you reversing engineering real feelings of when you show up every day. People can, like, for example, if I do this live thing every day and I don't show up tomorrow, yes, you get to know me right now. But if I don't show up tomorrow, you're not really going to trust me, because it's a flaky thing. It's a fluke, right? Maybe I'm just excited about this today, and it could be, but I have a lot of other consistent thing going on. Just so you know, you can simply go to myEmpirePRO.com to stay plugged in on me. But I'm just telling you, if this was all you depend on today, just to see me on this live stream, right? And I don't show up tomorrow, yeah, rightfully so. You're not supposed to trust me because I didn't show up tomorrow. But if I show up consistently, right? That's why consistency is key to everything in your business. You need to show up consistently. And sometimes there's a fine line between being annoying and being consistent. Bottom line is that you need, like I was saying earlier, you need to find out what the upside and the downside to. And if you know how to drive traffic online, massive amount of traffic, if you know how to build your Instagram to 20,000 followers, right? If you know how to drive traffic to your business, then it wouldn't matter so much when somebody is annoyed because you show up every day. You just focus on the people that show up every day because you show up every day. That means people that have said, you know what, I like this lady, I like this guy, and then the next step is to get them to trust you. And how is that going to happen? Again, by consistently giving them the feeling that they like you. It's the same thing in relationships and business. It's the same thing. And that if you build a lifestyle around this, you will have a sweet life, okay? Because what else is there than to feel like people like you, right? I mean, there's dopamine that's released every time somebody clicks like. If you get what I'm saying right now, and you're on Instagram, it would be really, really nice if you click like, okay? Because again, it's true. We are all truth. Every time I get a like, or every time I see one person show up, or two people show up, or three people show up, it releases certain kind of chemical in my brain that makes me excited, that keeps me excited, that makes me want to keep doing it all over again, right? So obviously I don't depend on that, but it helps. Okay. So that's something that I wanted to share with you today. Consistency. Okay. Again, we're talking about consistency right now. We're talking about showing up every day. We're talking, remember, we started from the movie Pacific Rim Uprising, which is the video is trending right now. And I saw that. And my question to you is that would you need to see this video? It's about a movie that's not going to be released until March. And we're in January, what? Okay, so there's a whole month and a little bit of change in between. Would you need to see that ad over and over again for you to remember? Right? Does it affect your buying decision? Right? When you see promotion that's repeated to you over and over, does that affect your buying decision? How do you balance between showing up consistently with an ad campaign, or your marketing message in someone's inbox or in their text message? How do you balance the difference between that and just being flat out annoying? Because if you're an annoying, right, then you're not going to get customers. If you become annoying to an average person that encounters, right, that you create a touch or an encounter with, right? If you become an annoying thing to them, then eventually, and plus the algorithms of these things are designed to not show you to people that don't like you, or people that don't spend time with you, or people that don't interact with your marketing message. The algorithm are set up to repel those people. The algorithm is set up to show you or your brand and your product or your content more and more to the people that interact with you. Okay, does that make sense? So in other words, so how do you get them to like you? So it's a different thing to be able to show up to them. It's a different level on the scale, on the KLT scale, right? You learn all about this in the Smart Business Empire in a more detailed format, right? The next level in the KLT format scale is the like. They know you. You came here, you know me. What's up? I'm Eco Superstar. What's up? A1 Global Glass, right? What's up, Will Feather? Thank you, Will Feather. Now that gave me an excitement, right? He says makes sense. That gives me that release a chemical in my brain when you click likes, and the person that clicked like earlier, that release chemical in my brain. I'm human like everybody else, and that gets me excited, and that gets me motivated to want to do more of this. All right. So yeah, that makes sense. Thank you so much for letting me know, Will. Okay. So with that being said, I have I'm on a road to help people advance their business to business 2.0, right? To everything 2.0. If you're a wholesaler, real estate professional, to real estate wholesaling 2.0, right? I've been teaching network marketing 2.0 for years, right? And what's that all about? So I decided not to use the 2.0. I decided to use Smart Business Empire because I want it to be something I can update from time to time. I don't want somebody to come out and say they got the business that they got the business 3.0 in mind, right? There's nothing wrong with it. There's more than enough room for everyone to operate and for for competition to exist. But the point here is I want us to be timeless. The Smart Business Empire. Okay, my battery is now less than 20%. So if this dies off, just know you meet me on YouTube. Okay, so we're talking about Business 2.0. Just meet me on YouTube. You can simply search for my name, iTalksB or OlaTalksB at Ola Talks Abitogun. You can search my name on YouTube to find me on there, and you can see the recording of this later from the beginning too as well. All right. So what is Business 2.0? There are essentially a couple of elements to that. Okay. The first element is list building, and you need to build a list. You need to build a list, and how you build your list is ultimately when people trust you, they exchange their contact information with you, phone number, email address. Email address is the best in the digital age, okay? And email marketing is still very powerful. For every email that gets added to your subscriber list, that means $1 or more in monthly residual income. You can create income from that over and over. I personally have been eating off of my subscribers list for years now, literally since 2009 that I learned this thing. So the first element of a business 2.0, wholesaling 2.0, is list building, okay? You need to build a list of loyal subscribers that will continue to benefit from what you have to offer the world. It also allows you to be able to market for free anytime you want. Hey, I got $2,000 in mortgages to pay today. I don't know where I'm going to find it for. You send a quick email to your list because they know you, they like you, and they trust you to give you their email address. Somebody on that list is saying, you know what, I'm buying a $12,000 product today. It happens to me from time to time over the years, right? You're making $2,000 commission from that. You're making $6,000 commission from that. It could be $100 product. You're making $50 from that. Just last time when I was hanging out with family, somebody bought something $65 in commissions like that. And you can, and it's a way to, it's the only way to legally print money. Okay. Why? Because you have a relationship with that list. They know you, like you, trust you, and anything you offer to them. And then there's a match between what they want and what you offer that list. And somebody bought something, you make money. So in any business, real estate wholesaling, network marketing, internet marketing, moms and pops, all of this, right? You need, if you want to build your business, smart business empire way, you need to be list building, period. Because it costs money to market. Okay. And yes, to build your list initially will cost money. But again, it's money you pay one time, but you continue to eat off of that list for a long time. That's why it's the number one asset after your mindset. Okay. I was going to say it's the number one asset, but earlier I was watching a video with Ivan Komaikos from the Believe Nation. And when they asked him what's his number one asset, he said mindset. Like, yeah, duh. Your mindset is number one. That's what's gonna make you or allow you to soak in what I just said. What's up? I am L'Oreal. What's up, Franca? What's up, Novti? All right, that's what's gonna make you soak in what I've said, mindset. Okay, but the second is the list. Okay, you're building. You need to build your business in a media operation type of way. Okay, you need to build your business in a media type of way, because at the end of the day, you're in a people's business. Okay, so the more value you bring to this world, the more money you get to make. Okay, it's very simple. So how do you bring value to people? Well, you got to build a list of people. You got to build a list of people's contacts, build a community. Remember I was talking about community. Build a community around that, right? And then you continue to eat off of that for a long time. Why? Because you're bringing value. The more people you serve, the better, the more money you're going to make. So it makes complete sense. All right, what's up, DJ Dime? What's going on, brother? Long time. Right? So it makes complete sense. No matter what business you're building, especially if you're building a smart business empire way, you need to be list building. All right. The second element to that is list monetization. Okay. And it's the second mistake that most people make in the world. Is the second mistake. People have space, they underutilize it. And the example I'm going to give you is this. Every square footage in New York City, around the Times Square area, I don't know about outside of Times Square area, but in most places, every square footage costs money. If you watch Shark Tank, right, every square footage costs money. Okay, if it, how do I know? Because they tell you what's the revenue here, what's the square footage here. So we're spending this much money per square footage. How much money are we making per square footage? That's why Walmart is not just going to allow you to place any type of product on their shelf. They want to make sure that it's a product that's going to bring in income. What's going on, Binter? What's going on, Ross Prav? What's going on, Anunes, Lorena? What's going on, guys? All right. That's how you build business, by paying attention to details. Okay. You're not being overly anal, but you pay attention to those little details. If you got the space, how much money can we make from this space? That's how much details the business world needs. And guess what? In the new age, in the smart age, in the digital age, as we move on forward, you're gonna have to do more of that, because there are businesses, kids like the guy that owned this platform right here, Mark Zuckerberg, coming behind you. There are Jeff Bezos coming behind you, the Warren Buffett, to take over if you're not paying attention to some of these details. And that happens at every level, all the way throughout in business world. It happens at every level. As in, like, there's always a kid right behind you, coming behind you to take over your space, and you may not just be ready to be out of business. You may not be ready to retire and somebody's wiping you out of business. How do I know? Because the eBays of the world, the Kmart of the world, right? Now the Sam Clubs of the world are getting wiped out on a daily basis. Somebody's losing their job, right? So you got to pay attention to some little details here and there. There's some little overhaul things that you need to look at. Like first thing I said is list building. Okay. The second thing I said is you got to monetize that list. Okay. How do you monetize that list? By offering things that you know that people on your list will be happy to buy. When they buy that, you make commissions from that. You may say, hey, hola, but I have my own product to sell. Exactly. Walmart does too, right? Sucky City, which is no more in business, they did too, right? But maybe they didn't do a good job at making sure that they build a list and monetize that list to the fullest, to maximum profit. Okay. The goal here in business for you is to maximize your profit. That's the goal always. And there's no such thing as, oh, it's just 1 penny, right? No, there's no such thing. Okay. For example, a friend of mine was running a restaurant here in Central Jersey. It's no more in business anymore. Just literally 1 week before they shut down, I was doing a meetup there, and I give an example. I said, hey, you see this hallway should not be empty like this. Okay, if you go to Burlington Coat Factory, when you walk around through the register and you're walking to the register, they create an aisle where you can walk around and you can grab little things here and there. You can grab an earbud, you could grab a wallet, you could grab things that are handy that you could need that cost anywhere from $1 to $10. Why? Because every $1 to $10 stuff that people grab in that line as they were walking out of the store, as about to go to the register, either they're walking out of the store, they're going to register. Every one little thing they can grab like that can make the difference between you staying in business or being out of business next year or 2 years from now or 3 years, any amount of years before you're truly ready to be out of business or retire, right? So it keeps you in business. So full monetization of your list is key here. It's not a kumbaya talk. It's not a, hey, I just run charity thing. No, it's about maximizing your productivity in the marketplace. Because when you keep your business running properly, you get to keep food on the table for employees. You get to keep food on the table for a lot more people. You get to serve more people in the world, and you get to become part of the source of blessings in this world. Now, if you were in the beginning of this particular live stream, right, I talk about becoming a source of blessing in the world, right? I talk about becoming part of the value that we bring to the world. What's going on, Wolf Eyes? What's going on, Money Can? What's going on, Case Something 11? Thank you for stopping by the way. I'll try to do this every day. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and stopping by, and even some are leaving back and forth. That's okay. If you want to watch the recording at your own leisure time later, simply Google my name, Ola Talks Abitogun, or I Talks B on YouTube, and you will see the recordings of my video, a lot more clearer audio as well too. Okay, so I'm actually hanging out with YouTube folks here and just talking here. All right, and by the way, when you get to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. I have 688 subscribers. I would like to get that to hit 700 today if possible. So do me a favor, do that as a favor for your brother here. So go there, search my name, Ola Talks Abitogun, and click subscribe, and you will receive all my videos on marketing, business, real estate, and the whole 9 yard. And I'm going to try to do this series from time to time, which is the Cab Live series. It's essentially current affairs and business. Okay, so I will try to touch on the top 3 trending topic or videos of that day, whatever is of interest to me, and I will extract the business and marketing lessons out of them from there. Okay, all right. So again, we're talking about KLT scale, right? Know, like, trust. If you don't get people to know you, then like you, and then trust you, they're not going to buy from you. Now, I should mention this. Not everyone that know you will like you. That's just a fact of life, okay? And that's okay, okay? That's what makes that's what makes this world go around, right? What's up, Fash Event, right? That's if everybody just likes everybody, there's no excitement around that. There may be another better word for that, but there's no excitement around that for me. There's no challenge in that for me. My challenge is to get you to know me. That's the first thing. That's learning how to market, learning how to drive traffic to a website, learning how to drive traffic to this video, learning how to build a 20,000 Instagram video. That's my first challenge. The second challenge is to get people that follow that to like me. Why is it that not all 20,000 people are not here right now? It's just a fact of life. I need to do a better job at getting them to like me enough to come here and hang out with me from time to time. That's just something I need to do. The best way I like to do that, okay, I do that in other part of my business, but very nicely, right? I've built a list of over 50,000 email subscribers. Okay, my fan page, my biggest fan page on Facebook has about 50,000 likes on it as well. So I just started building one around my personal brand, has over 120 already. So I know how to get people to know me. That's your first step as a marketer. You need to get people to know you. Now, you need to realize that not everybody that know you will like you. It's always a percentage. It's always a percentage for multiple different reasons beyond your control that you don't get to control. But at least we know the percentage, right? It's a percentage of people that know you that will actually like you and stick around. But the next goal is to get the people that know you to like you. Okay. The next goal after they like you is get them to trust you. How does trust come? By showing up every day. You got to show up every day, not just show up. You show up with education, entertainment, and enlightenment. Okay, those three E's. There's three E's: enlightenment, education, and enlightenment. Right? Education, um, entertainment. Entertainment doesn't mean you have to be a clown. Okay, I haven't been trying to be a comedian all day, right? Maybe maybe if I was, maybe things people would stick around. Maybe I was acting a fool. People would stick around a little bit more better. But you're just if you just be yourself and you have value to bring to the table, that's more than enough entertaining for the people that belong in your community to do business with you. It's very simple. Okay, you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to be a clown. If you can be one and that's gonna help you and put money in your pocket, sure, knock yourself out if that's your gift, right? But it's not for everyone. But the key thing is that there's always entertainment at every level. If you're hanging around me here and you're watching this video, or you're watching about 50 of you that will watch this video in a lifetime at the level of my channel right now, there are 700 subscribers. There's probably in a lifetime, in over the next 1 year, 50 people will actually watch this video for multiple reasons. The topic makes sense to them. Maybe they're here because they already trust me, right? For whatever reason, right, that you're watching this video, bottom line is that not everyone will like, even though they know you, right? Now, the next level is trust. Not everybody that like you will trust you. Why? Because that's just life. Okay. But here's the beautiful part about that. You don't need all of them to know, like, and trust you. Okay. You just need those few. Okay. You need anywhere from 1 to 3% of people that know you to go all the way through the scale, right? And then they do business with you. Not only that, they do business with you, but the people that stop by and just watch and they don't buy anything, when you set up your business that way, they're still helping you. Okay. By simply showing up here, by clicking on the thing over and just watching, they're helping because that helps the algorithm systems of the internet. It tells them that there's somebody here saying something. So this person was over here watching for 2 minutes. There must be some value to it. That's the way the science of it works. That's how they engineered it. So the only thing you can really control, right, is knowing the scale, know your numbers, okay? But the main thing you can control, what's up, Faith Flash Events? We said that already. Starboy, what's up, right? The only thing you can control is how much traffic you drive through the first end of the funnel, the KLT scale. How much traffic do you drive through the K, right? If you can drive as many traffic through the K, then if it's only 10% that ends up on the L factor, great. If it's only 10 of that, great. But something is working out. If you have value to bring to the world, which means there's something that you can help people in the world to solve, you can help them, you give them information to solve a problem, you can give them answers to frequently asked questions on something that you're probably an expert at right now already, then you win the game of business. It's called the smart business empire. Okay, because all this while, remember, you're building the list through that process from the K to the L to the T. You're building a list, but you're going to monetize that list. Okay. And some people that don't necessarily like what you have to offer may like other people's stuff. Okay. But other people are willing to pay you commissions for helping them share the word. How are you going to share the word for other people if you don't build a list? That's the whole point of building a list. You build a list. Now people can come to you and say, hey, Ola, you got a list of 20,000 people. Would you help me send an email to your list to spread the word more about my product? I'll pay you 20% of any sales I make. I'll pay you 30% of any sales I make. That's called building business in the smart digital age. That's the smart business empire. You may say, but Ola, I just want to focus on my own product. That's your problem. Because you think you're in the business of products. You're in the business of people. Okay, there are 3 P's in business, right? The people, product, and process. But you're truly in the business of people, okay? Serving people, and the money you make in this world is not dependent on how nice your product is. It's not. It's based on how many people you serve. That's why Facebook is winning, because Facebook is just a platform where people get served their own created content. Who creates the content on Facebook? Is you and I. Okay. Who creates the content on Instagram? It's you and I. Who create the content on YouTube? Is you and I. They don't create content. They don't create the nicest product, right? No, they don't. They created a platform. They're in the business of people. They're a media company. It's a medium between people to people. That's why I ask you to build your business in a media operation type of way. Okay. You need to be running the media operation. You need to be building a list of who people that you can serve. What's up, Daniel Kirk or Crick? What's up, Constant? Right? That's how you build a business in the smart digital age. Okay, you build a list. You focus on building a list and then monetizing that list. Monetization of the list can be broken into all these numerous different type of factors. There's relationship in it. There's the KLT factors, which is really relationship, right? There's also learning how to convert sales. There's learning what product converts more on your list. There's all these other things, but I'm telling you, all those other things are not profitable unless you know how to build a list. You learn how to drive a traffic to a web page and you build a list from there. Why would somebody give you their email address? I already told you. They trust you. They know you, right? Just by simply creating traffic. They like you because you answer the question. You spoke something that was entertaining, enlightening, and educational to them, right? And then they trust you after showing up consistently doing that, right? And then they give you their email address. They're on your list right now. Once they're on your list, boom, now you're building that asset. You're building that asset. How? Because you're serving. The more people you serve, very simple. The more people you serve, the more money you get to make. Okay. And that's called the Smart Business Empire. And the details of that is going to be in a free course. It's a free course. You can use it to build your business. Just follow it. And it's going to be a 7 series video. Okay. I'm working on the third one right now. As soon as I catch a little bit of breath, I'm going to live stream on Facebook after this. You know, and then I'll rest a little bit, and then we take it from there. Okay. So there was some there was a question that that came in. I think I talked about affiliate income already. Okay, which is essentially all part of monetizing your list. Okay. The question is, should I make affiliate income commissions by selling other people's product, or should I create my own product? Okay. Depends on where you are in your business. Okay. What I can tell you is that either you're creating a product or not, you're always creating a product. How you show up to the world is a product. You're a product. Okay. Some people, some recruiting agency, what's up, High Fubiz, right? Some people refer to you as resource, right? A product. You're a product, people product, whatever you want to call it, right? You're already a product, right? The key thing is that how you're gonna orchestrate, okay, how you're gonna orchestrate your business to win in this digital age. How are you going to do that? Okay. How are you going to orchestrate everything we've learned so far? I got about 2 more minutes to go here. So apparently there's a 1 hour limit to live streaming on Instagram. I didn't know that, but now I know. Okay. But I actually wasn't going to go beyond 1 hour, right? Right. The key thing is you're already a product. Anything, any cliche thing you want to say about business, or what about this? What about this? All that, you're already those things. The one thing you're not is I had a high chance you're not building your business like a media company. You are in the business of people. That's the bottom line about these whole. You need to learn how to drive traffic online to a website, and you need to learn how to build a list, a community from that list. Okay. Then we talk about monetizing that list. That's what they call influencer. That's what they're calling influencer all over the place. If you're into marketing, you've heard about influencing influencers. How? Because people can pay you money if you have 100,000 followers on Instagram just to do a product placement, right? It makes sense because the one currency in business is attention. If you can get people's attention, you win. Guess what? Not just in business, in life. It's called influence. There's influence, there's audience, right? If you have audience, you build an audience and you're serving that audience, you have influence. So the two key to business, to the smart business empire is influence and audience. How do you build the audience? Right? Some people say, oh yeah, just talk to people. No, no, no. You need to build a community around the audience. People come and go. People are going to come and go based on how they're being served. Does that make sense? All right, so I got about 10 more seconds on Instagram. Thank you so much. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up. I want to be here from time to time, so come hang out with me again. Thank you so much, Instagram. I'll see you on the next one, and peace. All right, so we had about 59 viewers show up already on YouTube. I enjoy sorry, on Instagram. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here again. Hopefully, so again, how long do you need? This is my question for you. How long do you need to see an ad before it sticks? Does it affect your buying decision, or does it affect your consuming decision? That's something I would like to know today. Subscribe to this channel, click subscribe below, and download my book for free. You see the link under it. I think it's myEmpirePRO.com/free book or free books, something like. Or just go to myEmpirePRO.com, and also subscribe, click like, click share. Okay, help me share the word. Share this with other people you know may like it, and come back tomorrow. I'd like to see you again. Thank you so much. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated, and I'll see you on the next one. And peace.